GOP presidential candidate, Governor Scott Walker, says all options should remain on the table to defeat the Islamic State savages. The governor of Wisconsin laid out his foreign policy agenda during a speech at the Citadel Military College in South Carolina today. He slammed Hillary Clinton's record of Secretary of State, saying, quote, "When you fail at one job, you don't get promoted to another, you get fired," end quote. Walker also criticized the Iran nuclear deal, saying it was the worst foreign policy decision the White House has made. And around the same time this afternoon, Senator Marco Rubio also gave a foreign policy speech calling for the U.S. to take a tougher stand against China. Meanwhile, Jeb Bush held a town hall meeting for veterans in Virginia. He also took a swipe at President Obama on foreign policy, saying our enemies no longer fear us. And then there's Donald Trump, who says he'll unveil a plan to overhaul our tax system, calling himself, quote, king of the tax code. Doug McKelway is live in our D.C. bureau. Doug, tell us more about Trump's tax overhaul plan.
Well, Harris, he's had different proposals at different times. Back in 1999, Trump called for a one-time 14.25% tax on individuals and trusts of over $10 million to pay off the entire national debt. 12 years later, Trump proposed a four-bracket tax system of 1%, 5%, 10%, and 15%. He also suggested the elimination of corporate and estate taxes. This morning, he said he plans to put out a comprehensive tax proposal in just 4 weeks.
We have to simplify because, I have a little cute statement. I want to put H&R Block out of business. And it's so complicated. People that are making $50,000 a year, $60,000 a year, they have to go and pay a lot of money to tax, these firms that do this stuff. It's ridiculous. We have to, at a minimum, we have to simplify. And I'm going to be coming out over the next 4 weeks with a really comprehensive, like I did on immigration.
Trump has recently suggested he might eventually want a flat tax, but he's also suggested he wants a progressive tax system. But whatever the details, simplification is his most important message, Harris.
I gave a little bit of the TikTok on the campaign trail today. Walker, Rubio, Bush, all stepping it up.
Yeah, Scott Walker today delivered what is his first real major foreign policy speech. He did it at the Citadel Military College in Charleston, South Carolina. He hammered the Obama administration's foreign policy and its conduct on the war on terror. He said, in effect, that the U.S. is in retreat all over. American leadership is back. He said if he is president and together with our allies, we will not surrender another inch of ground to terrorists. Walker also blasted Trump, saying now is no time for untested leaders. Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush is taking a more offensive approach to Trump as well. Without actually naming him, he said that Trump's in-your-face style could put the world at risk.
I think it actually is politically counterproductive to say that someone's stupid or someone's an idiot or all this stuff that we now hear in the political discourse. This is just really, it has no relevance to the challenges we face.
Bush also took a shot at President Obama's foreign policy and military policy, noting that our enemies no longer fear us. And Marco Rubio, also speaking in South Carolina today, is urging the president to scale back next week's state dinner with the president of China. That after China has been linked to a number of damaging computer hacks here. Here's what Rubio said.
They hack into our computers. They steal our government and private sector secrets. I think it begins by downgrading the visit, not canceling it, but downgrading the visit next week.
Rubio called the relationship between China and the U.S. the single most important of the 21st century. Harris, back to you.
Doug, always good to see you. Thank you very much.